Another great week for the Colombians. Even though a lot of the South American leagues have drawn to an end, and a lot of players are out on vacation now, it's still been a lot of great performances, a lot of good goals, and a lot of good moments. So stay tuned as we take a look at this. Where do we start? Let's start by looking at this game. I don't even know what this game is. I mean, well, I do know what this game is, but I don't know if there's anything of note. Anything of note? No, nothing of note. There's one Colombiano on Ludogorets, pero it doesn't seem like he was playing, and it doesn't really matter. Ludogorets is not a team I'm particularly interested in. I know they're in a European competition, and if the Colombians does won the European competition, that's the only thing that matters to me. Let's go now into Fenerbahce, where we see John Hader Duran, which did start and has been starting. He's been getting a lot of minutes now, and the series is in the African Nation Cup, so it'll be a lot more opportunity for John Hader Duran. But he's been taking advantage of the opportunity. Not this game. There's another game this week, but he's been doing well. Good for him. He's a great player, as we all know. He just needs discipline. But I in Fenerbahce, I've been liking this loan move. Let's take a look at the first game he had this week. So 67-minute played. His passing let him down quite a bit, it seems like. No shots for John Haluran is very impressive. Like, yo, he's gonna take shots from everywhere. This guy loves taking shots. A good left foot. His passing, 82% pass accuracy. So why is passing bad? Like, yeah, I don't understand why they brought his rating down due to that. Like, that makes some sense. 20 touches, not too many. In terms of duels, 2 out of 4 duels won, 1 out of 1 aerial duel won. Nothing really to write home of except for Fenerbahce winning 4-0, which is always a nice sight. And in this league, it's quite close. Yeah, only 3 points to tear apart, bring apart Galatasaray and Fenerbahce. Galatasaray, obviously Devin Sanchez's team, and then Fenerbahce, el equipo de John Hader. So it's good to see this, and they're both very good teams, man. So yeah, they're both very good teams. But you'll see further in the week. John Hader has a good week this week. Yeah. So they got closer to Galatasaray in the league. This is a good result for them. But let's keep moving. Real Betis versus Rayo Vallecano on Monday. We have Cucho Hernandez. So that means Real Betis played 3 games this week. They played 3 games this week. Just saying, like, just foreshadowing. There's a lot of good performances, and De Osa plays this match, so De Osa had also a pretty good week. Cucho Hernandez this game did not do too much. His shooting let him down a lot. I guess he missed a few big chances. Good dribbling, passing was not the greatest for the breakdown. Shooting, I don't understand why his shooting brought him down. That makes no sense. He didn't miss a big chance. 2 key passes, so his passing should also not brought him down. 59% pass accuracy is not the greatest. Here 2 out of 3 successful dribbles. That's quite good. 49 touches and 2 out of 3 tackles won. 7 out of 10 duels, ground duels is nice. 1 out of 10 aerial duels. So this is a good game from Cucho Hernandez. And let's look at De Osa. And De Osa seems he's dribbling him down, which is unlike him. He's a very good dribbler. Very nonchalant, very calm player. I really like De Osa. De Osa for the selección. Yo, we gotta see De Osa on the selección. He's a different dynamic. He'll bring a different dynamic to the team. Like, he's not only can he defend, he could also create. He could also bring the ball up. I like De Osa a lot. And this might be the weakest game he had of the week, but there'll be more to come with this guy. He did very well. 22 touches, which is how many minutes did he play? 59 minutes. Only 22 touches as a midfielder. That's interesting. I gotta see the stats of the match. Ground duel is not that greatest. So yeah, you can see it's not the greatest match by him. Rayo Vallecano was the better team, had more possession. So it makes sense why he only had so few touches. But Real Betis in the league, they do pretty well. They're sitting in 6th place, which finished last year. It was a Conference League spot. They're also doing pretty well in the Europa League. So yeah, good for them. And Cucho Hernandez and De Osa. De Osa right now is starting to get more minutes as he was injured when he first started, but Cucho Hernandez continues to do pretty well. And you'll see as the week goes on. We'll keep going. But that is all Monday done. On Tuesday, we have Mallorca Deportivo. And this is for the Copa del Rey. Entonces, we don't have Mojica playing. Mojica I don't even think was on the bench actually. So this match doesn't really matter, and unfortunately they actually lost. So they're out of the Copa del Rey. So yeah, that's that. Here we have Sporting Gijón versus Valencia, also in the Copa del Rey. And here we have Oscar Cortés, which is not getting many minutes, at least not in the La Liga 2, but in the Copa del Rey, he's that's where he predominantly gets the minutes. In the second tier competitions, I would say. He's a good player, man. It's unfortunate he doesn't get those minutes. Even though La Liga number two is competitive, man. There's been a lot of upsets in the Copa del Rey already. Trust, there's been a lot of upsets. Um, but let's look at his performance. He played 90 minutes of the full match, three key passes. That's good. Unfortunately, he couldn't. They couldn't translate to an assist or anything like that, but that's pretty decent. Shooting, had one shot, didn't go anywhere, and 44 touches, one successful dribble out of six. That's not the greatest ratio, but they say shooters shoot, dribblers dribble. You know what I mean? Like you gotta try. You gotta try. I don't knock that. Defensively was okay. He had one out of two tackles, 3 out of 10. That's not the greatest. Aerial duels was alright. I like Oscar Cortez. Hopefully he can get more minutes. There's also another Colombiano on Sporting Gijon. It's where is he? Is he on this? Yeah, Juan Otero, which is the starting striker usually in the La Liga too. He doesn't play for the second tier competitions as I was saying earlier. But yeah, that's that. I'm gonna save the Tolima Junior for a later segment. Like for yeah, we'll leave that save it for a later segment. Um, Going forward. Oh, this was a nice one. This is a cool game, interesting game. The final of the Intercontinental Cup. PSG win, but they win on penalties, which is cool. That's nice. We like to see that. We like to see the Brazilian team showing up, like the South Americans showing that they can compete. It's not easy. It's not easy to beat the South American champions, especially a Brazilian team like Flamengo. Flamengo equipazo. They have a banging team. But let's get into it. We got Carrascal, the main man. Carrascal in the past few weeks, months. Now he's on vacation, but for the last month or so, oh, he's been tearing it up, been killing it. Yeah, let me show you. Let me show you that he has. See, look at all of that. Look at all of that. He has an assist, but look at all these performances. Yo, he's been tearing it up, and he's been getting a lot of minutes recently. So I'm very happy for him. But let's look into his game. His shooting was poor. Dribbling was great. His dribbling. He's a dribbler, man. This guy's a baller. He's a street player. This guy's a street soccer player, man. You know what I mean? His passing, one key pass didn't translate to an assist, but one key pass is always nice. 67% pass accuracy, only 15 attempted, which is not many. 30 touches, 3 out of 3 successful dribbles. That's Carrascal. That's my boy right there. And he was up against who was he up against? Not Hakimi. Zaire Emery, which is Zaire Emery's a good player, but he's not a right back. Defensively, did pretty well. Why was the shooting so poor? For no reason. It was a block shot. Like what? But as you can see, the rating was pretty decent, and he had a good game, man. Carrascal is a good player. That's the real question. Like now that John Arias is not getting many minutes, not playing very well, has lost a lot of his confidence. There's a lot of players that can play in that position. So it's a real toss up. I think Carrascal has to be the guy. I think personally, he can do the funciona of John Arias. He's defensive. He could do all that. But there's a lot of other players that can potentially play that position as well. Kevin Serna, Carlos Andres Gomez. It'll be interesting. I don't know what's gonna happen, but Carrascal did well in this match. They went all the way to penalties. I want to look more at the statistics here. 23 total shots for PSG, 2 big chances to 1 big chance. So it wasn't like 7 goalkeeper saves. Okay, yeah. So PSG was the dominant team, but it's not easy. It's not easy to beat a Brazilian South American team. They play with a lot of heart. They play with a lot of ganas, and they're just difficult. Look at this. This is an upset. Look. See what I said earlier about the La Liga 2 being difficult, and there being a lot of upsets in the Copa del Rey. This is one of them. Villarreal not been doing well in other competitions other than La Liga, but nonetheless, this is pretty impressive. Racing Santander also is the first place team in La Liga number 2. They're killing it, and Gustavo Porta is killing it. He didn't play this match because this is a secondary tournament, I would say, or like a secondary competition. You know what I mean? He's like a starter who played the actual league. But yeah, he didn't get any minutes on this, but they went through, man. That's super impressive. Super duper impressive. Good for them. What do we have next? We have AVS Football, which gets a win. Not a win in the league though, but a win in the Taca Portugal against Victoria Guimarães, which has another Colombiano. The Colombiano didn't play. The Colombiano is a goalkeeper, but this is a secondary competition again, so they're gonna play their secondary team. For AVS Football, they have Oscar Pereira. He didn't play. But yeah, they didn't even have the goalkeeper on the bench. That's crazy. And Oscar Pereira was not even on the bench for AVS Football, so it doesn't really matter. But AVS Football gets a win, and they go through in the Portuguese Cup. Good for them. They just can't get a win in the league. They can't get a win in the league. And Benfica, we got Richard Rios. Yeah, we got Richard Rios. So I think I already showed you. Yeah, okay, so we have Richard Rios. This is the first Colombian goal of the week. And this comes in the Portuguese Cup as well. Rios scores a goal in the 11th minute. They win 2-0, and they advance to the next round, which is nice. And let's look at Richard Rios, which Richard Rios has been tearing it up the last few weeks. He's been getting a lot of they were getting a lot of criticism at the beginning of the year. They also were not getting good results. They were not playing nothing. They were not playing well. Richard Rios took a long time to get accustomed. Not, I don't know. The team just wasn't playing well, and he was getting a lot of the backlash. But recently, the team has been playing very well, and Rios has been a big part of that. He's been killing it. I will show you. Yeah, as you can see, freaking performance he's been killing it. Look at it, man of the match, goal and assist, goal of the last game. Good performance here, and Benfica has been getting good results at least the last 3 matches. Yeah, good for him. But let's look at his game. The shooting was good, passing was good. He had a good game overall. It looks like. We'll take a look at the goal pretty soon. But yeah, he had 1 block shot there. The shot, a nice goal. You'll see in a second. And 1 miss. That was a free kick. He took the free kick. Huh, nice. Passing, 89% pass accuracy, 53 passes, which is good for a midfielder. 73 touches. Oof, nice. He was a maestro. He was important in this match. 1 out of 3 dribbles successful, which is low for his standards, but that's still decent. That's not bad. And then defensively, 5 defensive contributions, no tackles won, but 3 out of 8 duels won. Yeah, not too shabby. Without, let's look at his goal. Free kick, and then see, look at that volley. It wasn't even a half volley. It was straight from the volley. Look at it. It comes in, so it's a free kick. Comes in, and it was a nice goal. Honestly, nice goal. Yeah, nice goal from Rios. Good goal from Rios. Not gonna lie, that might have been his next goal so far. I mean, he only has 3 goals for Benfica. This is probably my favorite from him so far. But good result. Good for Richard Rios. He's killing it, man. Keep it up. Keep it up. I think that was his only game of the week. So yeah, good for him. I'm gonna save this match here. I'm gonna save this match. Dang, I'm sorry. I'm gonna save this match here for a later segment. But that concludes Wednesday. It was, yeah. So we go to Thursday. Thursday, first game. Well, we have Karabag, but Karabag. Yeah, so Karabag, they lost, first of all. Karabag losing, which is pretty astonishing. Them doing so well in the Champions League and then not being able to dominate. They are dominating the league. They're first in the league. And they lost the second place. That's pretty good. That was a good game. Yeah, they end up losing though. But anyways, we have Kevin Medina and Camilo Uribe, who both played the match. Kevin Medina having a good good match in general. 16 defensive contributions, no tackles won. Oh, only 1 out of 10 ground duels. It's crazy. 51 touches. Nothing crazy. Good passing. 1 shot. He had a good a good score, but they lost the match. I'm surprised his score so high. And then Camilo Uribe, which is doing super well in the Champions League, hasn't been able to score at all in the league. Yeah, he hasn't done much in the league, but I like him a lot. Camilo Uribe, I think, is a great player. I think he has a shot in the selection. Not currently. Would I like him in the selection? Yeah, I would actually. I think he's quite similar to Lucho in a lot of aspects. His tenacity. He's a good dribbler, which is quite nice. He's fast, tries hard. Like I think he's a good player. It would be nice if we give him a shot, but him playing in Azerbaijan is difficult. Even though this team, that league shows they have level. They're good, man. They're a good league, so that's not really an excuse. It's just that we gotta see more from him. But nonetheless, not a good result for Karabag, but Karabag's been doing well. We'll keep a look at him as the week goes on. Well, I don't know if they had another game. I don't think they did have another game. But yeah, that's that. We'll go forward. We have this game in the Taca Portugal, the Portuguese Cup, and it was actually a crazy game. So if you look here at the scorecard, Luis Javier Suarez scored in the 90th plus 16. Plus 16. Holy. This game went on forever. Santa Clara is definitely pissed. They were pissed. They were winning this. They were set. Like, they scored the goal in the 86th minute, and they had to wait, another 20 minutes? They had to wait another 20 minutes, and then Luis Suarez tied it up, and Santa Clara ended up losing in extra time. That's crazy. But we look at it. There actually is no stats for Luis Suarez, so I can't really take a look at his performance. But nonetheless, good for them. They made it through this round. We'll take a look at his goal. So, I don't think that was a penalty. I don't know if the penalty before. It hardly hit him. But as you see, the penalty was slotted in pretty nicely. Let's take a look at this again. So yeah, what the heck was that? It hardly touched him, you know? But the penalty was slotted very nicely. Bottom left corner it was. But yeah, good for him. And I don't know if you guys already know, Luis Javier Suarez has been killing it. He's like literally been killing it. I don't know how many goals he has. I like the way they have. So this is 15th goal of the season. That goal was his 15th. He's tearing it. He's tearing it apart. He's doing very well. Good for Luis Javier Suarez, and good for Sporting that went through to the next round. Now we have Real Betis, which is their second match of this week. And if we look at the lineups, we got Cucho Hernandez and Nelson Diosa starting again, getting a lot of minutes, and they both had good games. Cucho Hernandez scoring a goal. It was a penalty, 87 minutes. Good shooting, passing was not that great, but I mean, I say that, but it definitely probably was good. His passing, like let's see, 3 key passes. How's that bad? 91% pass accuracy. Like, see, sometimes it makes no sense. 42 touches, 1 out of 2 successful dribbles, which is pretty good. So Cucho had a good game, and then we'll look at his goal right now, and it came from a handball. So Cucho similar to Luis Javier Suarez, where it goes bottom left corner. This one, the goalkeeper almost saved. Like, it's dived the right way, but it was too fast, too potent. It was a good penalty shot, right? So that was Camilo Cucho Hernandez's game, and then now we look at Nelson De Osa, which played the whole entire match. I think it's his first 90 minutes for Real Betis. This game in the Copa del Rey, but it seems he played well. Well, he had 2 shots. You know, he has a long shot too. That's another benefit you get from Nelson De Osa. He has a long shot on him. He didn't score, but you can see he took it in the 60th minute. He had a long shot, 2 long shot attempts. His passing, nothing to write home about. 91% pass accuracy, which is always nice. Can't go wrong with that. Dribbling, 4 out of 2 dribbles successful, which is nice. 77 touches, a lot of touches. He was a maestro. 8 defensive contributions, 4 out of 5 tackles, nice. 9 out of 17. Man, he's a good player. He does it all. He really does it all. I think he would contribute a lot to Colombia. Honestly, I don't know if he starts, but he adds a different element for sure. He's a good player. But that was Real Betis' second game. They make it past this round. They go to the next round. Good for them. We got Crystal Palace here contra, I guess, QUPS. I don't know where they're from. Sorry, KUPS. I don't know where they're from. 2-2. Not the best result for Crystal Palace. They're expected to win every game, especially in this tournament. But as you can see from the lineup is a secondary lineup. They're not playing any of their stars really. Lerma was the one to start, and he started in center back. I like him as a center back, but I like him more in his natural position, which is CDM center mid. Munoz is still injured, but he comes back in January, sometime in January. But let's look at Lerma's game. Defensively, it didn't seem like he had the best defensive game, I guess. 4 defensive contributions. Didn't get dribble pass. He didn't do anything bad. I don't know. I guess because they conceded 2 goals. 63 touches. Passing, 87% pass accuracy. I mean, you can see 2 goals, you get that, but he didn't have a bad game. It was a relatively normal game for Lerma. Not too shabby. We'll keep going, and that concludes Thursday for the Colombianos. Now we go to Friday. Ludogorets. I don't know if they have the Colombiano again. I'm just gonna briefly check. The Colombiano. I don't know if he played. No, he didn't play. He's not on the bench either. So yeah, nothing about that. This is a good game. Nice. Bologna Inter, and this was the Super Cup or something like that. They have like a Super Cup in Italy. This is the semifinal for that. Bologna did it, and they won. And Lukomi he played. Lukomi played well. Wow, the goalkeeper 9.1. So how many saves did he? 5 total saves. Nice. But Lukomi had a decent game. Defending was pretty well. Passing was decent. 14 defensive contributions. No tackles. Got dribble pass twice. 2 aerial duels one. But overall, man, like, yeah, not too shabby. And it was a good result. They needed this. They won. So yeah, they won, and now they're playing Napoli tomorrow. They're playing tomorrow. We get to watch that game, so that'll be nice to see. But yeah, they're playing Napoli in the final of this Super Cup. Good for Bologna and good for Lukomi. Lukomi. Again, like me being selfish, like I want all the Colombian players to play every game, every week, week in week out, right? And I feel like Lukomi doesn't always get the minutes, but he gets majority of the minutes. So like he also needs rest. I might be just talking just to talk, but good for him. They did this. They're going through. They're playing tomorrow. This will be a good game. So we'll see. And we'll go into the next game. Majorca covers Valencia. This is in the league. Mojica played, and Mojica, I really rate Mojica. I think everyone rates Mojica, Colombiano wise. He's a good player, and he had another good performance for Majorca in this game. They didn't end up beating Valencia, pero it's okay. For Mojica, his passing was good. Defending was not the greatest, but I mean, no, it was good. Look, 6 out of 5 tackles, won. That's great. Like what? And then 8 out of 10 ground duels. What? You see, yeah, he did good defensively. I would say at least 54 touches, pretty nice. Um, only 1 out of 3. I don't think his crosses are very good. That's one thing I will say. His passing wasn't the greatest in this match. He had no shots, but another good game for them. Majorca was doing well, but they're not doing the greatest now. They're at 13th place. It's okay. Mojica still continues to do well, and yeah, that ends that one. Now we go to yesterday. We start with Fenerbahce, and we got John Haller Duran goal today. This game. Um, like I was saying, he's starting to get a lot of minutes, start to do well, and it shows. It's starting to show. Like he's getting these goals, and Fenerbahce in the last 2 games, as we saw the game before, 4 goals, 4-0. This one was 3-0. So they're clicking, doing well. Shout out to Anderson Talisca as well. The past 2 games, rompiéndolo, he's killing it. Pero focusing on Haller Duran, his shooting was good. His passing not the greatest. Dribbling, okay. Nothing defensively really. 3 out of 7 ground duels. 1 out of 2 aerial duels. 1 successful dribble. Nice. That's pretty impressive. Actually, I know exactly where it was, and it was a nice dribble. It was an important one. So I'm gonna say you're gonna see it in a second. In terms of passing, 2 key passes. So I don't understand why his passing was bad. And also look at that, his passing was not bad. Sometimes the rankings just make no sense. I mean the rating breakdown makes no sense sometimes. 1 goal, 4 total shots. That's more like it. The last game he had no shots. He shoots like a madman most sometimes. You know what I mean? But there were 3 block shots. So, I mean, it just can't say his goal. So let's take a look at his goal. It's a nice one too. It's a nice one. Nice. Takes it. That was a dribble. That was a dribble right there. Look at this player. Slots it in bottom right. Look at it, goal. It was a nice goal. I really like this goal. I really like this goal. That was a nice goal. John Haller done. Good for you, man. And I think that was his 3rd goal from that. Yeah, his 3rd goal of the league. 4th goal for Fenerbahce this season. Granted, he was injured, so it's not too shabby. He's a good player, man. Good player. He's getting good minutes, and he's showing that his quality. He's showing quality, really. And we'll keep going further. We got Wolves Brentford. Yerson Mosquera, I think Yerson Mosquera was suspended. Accumulation of yellow cards, and then John Arias only played 2 minutes. What is that? 2 minutes? 9 minutes? Didn't do much. He had 10 touches, 1 successful dribble. But I don't man, this coach is doing him dirty, bro. Rob Edwards is doing John Arias dirty. Like, the team doesn't do nothing. Also, granted, John Arias he lost his confidence, man. He lost his confidence. He's not playing the same way he played in Fluminense, just taking on the ball, dribbling, not really caring, you know what I mean? He's over here, he's just too worried. I guess also it's a different league. It's more it's Brazilian league is also physical, so that's not an excuse. I don't understand. Wolves was not a good move, and Wolves also just stink, man. They just reek. They're not good. They're just not a good team, man. Oh, you're someone scared at, and John Arias have to get out of there. Like they're one of the teams that haven't won any games yet. They haven't won. They only have 2 points. Man, that's pretty sad. We'll move forward from that though. Racing Santander tie. Like I say, the levels are hard, man. La Liga number 2 is hard, but this game we do have. No, is he? Was he? No, he wasn't playing. What the heck? What happened to Puerta? Was Puerta injured? I swear Puerta was playing. Dang. Well, I might have made a mistake. 1 second. I'm gonna take a look and see. I got it now. Gustavo Puerta is just Sorry, where the heck am I? Oh, here it is. Yeah, Gustavo Puerta was just suspended. He's suspended. So he wasn't able to play that game, and that actually was probably a factor as to why they tied 1-1. But Racing Santander continues being first by 3 points, 3 points ahead. So if it keeps up this way, we're gonna have another Colombiano in La Liga. Gustavo Puerta, another good player, another really good player, someone that will be on the set. Oh yeah, definitely. The last time he played for the Six Olympic, he had a great game. Un golazo. Yeah, he definitely already kind of artist ticket, really. I think so. Sporting Gijón, another team in the Liga number 2, and as I told you earlier, Juan Otero is the main striker. What's the name? Oscar Cortez doesn't usually play. He's always on the bench, and doesn't usually come on. Unfortunate. Otero does usually do pretty well. Didn't really do much this game. I'm not gonna look at his metric. I'm just gonna look at the stats. And 1 key pass. His passing accuracy wasn't the greatest, but again, that's nothing to make it go lower. Like that would make no sense. One successful dribble, 35 touches, one tackle, one. 3 out of 6 duels, won. 2 out of 4 aerial duels, won. Not the greatest game by him, but they won the game, and that's good for them. Sporting Gijon also was pretty high up. Well, yeah, they are. They're in the race. It's a close race. They're close. They're up there. Hopefully the both Colombianos could also be in the Liga next season. Um, but we'll keep moving. Yeah, we'll keep moving. And we got Juventus. Juventus has Kawal, but Kawal was injured this match again. I don't know why again. Let me see. Yeah, he wasn't on the bench. But also, this was a really important win. 2-1 win over Roma. They needed that. They really needed that too. And but let's look here. Juan Cabal, muscle injury, doubtful. He's since going to Inter, he's been injury prone. Nah, it's pretty sad. But they won that match, and I mean, he scored the winning goal last game. Like I don't understand how he got injured. It's okay though. Crystal Palace 4-1 loss. It goes to show like Daniel Munoz is so super important. Not that he was the main reason, but yeah, this is a pretty hefty loss. Lerma I don't think played this match, did he? Yeah, Lerma did play this match. He played the whole second half, and seems to play pretty well the second half. Passing was decent. He played in the midfield. It seems like, yeah, yep, played in the midfield. No shots. One big chance created. Nice. One big chance, one key pass. So these are really good stats to have. Good for him. That's why his passing was rated so highly. 30 touches defensively, 5 defensive contributions, 2 out of 4 aerial duels, 1 out of 3 ground duels. Overall, good game by him, but bad from Crystal Palace. And Crystal Palace, they were doing very well. Leeds, I guess, are bringing it up, but yeah, Crystal Palace was doing very well. They just weren't able to do it in this match, I suppose. And then we have this. This is a really good game. La Final, the Supercopa Final, for the Argentinian league. And in this game we have Edwin Cetre, ex Independiente Medellin, ex sub-20 player. Good player, man. He's also been doing very well in the past few weeks and was able to get this really important result. This is the final, so they won it. They're champions. Look at that, they're champions. And Cetre was a big reason of that. Like he got an assist this match, so we gotta take a look at that later on. But he got an assist this match, was a key factor in them winning this 2-1. And yeah, no, good for them. Let's look at his stats. So shooting, he had one shot on target. It got saved. Passing, one big chance created, one key pass, and it was an assist. So good for him. 3 accurate crosses, 86% possession, dribbling, 33. Yeah, so 2 out of 5 successful dribbles, quite good. They happen to be over there. He's a left winger, so it makes sense. 33 touches. Defensively, 1 tackle, 1. 7 out of 12 duels, 1. Ground duels. And Winston is a good player, man. He's also somebody that maybe Nestor Lorenzo could take into account, that could maybe play right wing, could play left wing. You know, he could be a good winger option. I like him, but yeah, we'll see. Let's take a. I'm gonna look for his assist. Give me. Yeah. Okay. Here it is. So it's not this one, but yeah, Cetre takes the corner and right there. So see, that's one thing. That's one thing you get with Cetre is you get his free kick. Well, he takes set pieces. You get his set pieces, so that's one thing you get with Cetre. He's a good player. Good for him. He was able to win that. So nice. Another campeón colombiano, and in Argentina. So that's nice. Karabag. Let's see. Another game where Camilo Duran. Well, they didn't play this match actually. Both Colombianos didn't play. Camilo Duran comes in the 67th minute. Got one key pass. So yeah, has one key pass. Sorry, what's that? One key pass here, but shooting, nothing really to write home about. 4 out of 6 successful dribbles. Like I told you, he's a good dribbler. But he gotta score. I mean, he's scoring in the Champions League. He just not doing it in the league. I don't understand. They got this win though. That was important. They needed that win. They're still ahead, as I showed you earlier. They're ahead by 2 points. Close league. But let's keep going. We got Pisa versus Cagliari versus Pisa. We got Yerry Mina, who started. Yerry Mina having a good season, and Cagliari having a pretty decent season. Let's look at his stats. Defending brought him down a little bit. That makes no sense. Well, didn't win any tackles. 5 out of 8 duels won. That's good. His heading was good. So I mean, I thought he was. From that, it seems like he did pretty decent defensively. Passing, good passer, good passing, no shots. But I guess he got a 6.6 because it was a 2-2 tie. And then Cuadrado plays on Pisa. I think he's injured right now. Yeah, he's out right now. Doesn't say why he's out, but he's out right now. Didn't play this match. Cagliari, like I said, started off the season very, very well. They're still okay. I mean, they're mid-table. Pisa is not too far off. They're 4 points from Cagliari. So that race is a little interesting. Then we got Girona versus Atletico Madrid. Girona has not been doing very well. Asprilla still doesn't get as many minutes as he should. He got the whole second half and did pretty well. Like, let's take a look at it. Did well with his passing, dribbling. He's a good dribbler. I like Asprilla. He's a good player, man. See 2 key passes. That's always nice. Nice to see that. In terms of shots, I don't think he had any shots. No shots. Dribbling. 3 out of 4 dribbles. That's nice. He's a good man. Technically, he's an incredible player. Technically, defensively, he's 11 out of 7 duels won. So that's very nice. I thought he was a good player, man. He needs more minutes. Mitchell, I don't think like he likes him, but doesn't like him too much. Second Cobb is also a good player. But yeah, Girona's not clicking, man. They're not clicking this year. Solis also played. He played 19 minutes, and seems to not have done that poorly. He did pretty well. 11 out of 11 passes. Lost. He had 1 unsuccessful dribble. Not that great. 14 touches overall. Not too many. 1 total tackle. 1 out of 3 ground duels won. It's okay. But yeah, I mean, Solis definitely needs to probably get out of Girona. He's not been getting a lot of minutes. Not been having a great time in Spain. But same with Asprilla, man. It's unfortunate. This is like a Wolves kind of situation, but not as dire because Girona has quite a few wins and they're still like they're still in the battle to get being they're in the relegation battle, yes for sure, but they have a good chance of being safe. So let's keep moving. What we got here? We got Nantes versus Cacharnou. So Nantes, you may be asking, who's on Nantes? It actually just happened like last week. David Machado got moved to Nantes. So he went from Lens, who was actually first of the Ligue 1, which is pretty insane, moved to Nantes. And Nantes, which is not doing very well in the league. They're actually doing quite poorly in the league. But this is not a bad move. I don't mind this. He wasn't getting many minutes in Lens. So now he's moving to get minutes. David Machado. This game doesn't seem like it was the greatest game. Like dribbling, he got the breakdown for dribbling is quite low. I wonder why. We'll take a look at it. Passing, nothing to write home about. 88% pass accuracy. 74 touches is good. 2 out of 4 successful. Like, this is not bad. Oh man, makes no sense. Makes no sense sometimes. Yeah, seems like the dribbling was good. Defensively was good too. 2 out of 3 tackles. 6 out of 12 ground duels. Like, I think it was a good game by him. They also won the match to, I don't know who that team is. They make it to the next round of the France. So good for them. That's that. And then we'll keep going. Bologna Verona was postponed. Torino Sassuolo. Torino, which has Duvan Zapata, not the Colombiano's favorite striker, as when he was playing for Selección, he was cursed. Couldn't score any goals. Colombia was cursed. We couldn't score any goals. We also didn't make to the Mundial that year. But Duvan Zapata, since coming back, he's only played like 3 games since coming back. He's been doing pretty well. He scored that 1 goal last week, which is nice. And Torino has been bringing it back. Like, I think Duvan Zapata makes a big difference. His presence makes a big difference. He's also captain. Huh. That's good. Good for him. But yeah, Torino, I'll show you. They've been doing well as of late. Got a few decent results. So win. They almost beat Milan. They were super close to beating Milan. That's where Duvan Zapata had his goal. But yeah, let's look at the standings. At Torino, they were like over here earlier. Now they're bringing it up 13th place. I mean, it's pretty tight. Like, they're not too far off from Bologna. They're only 5 points away. So yeah, that's that. And then we go here to AVS versus Nacional. AVS Football. There's 2 Colombianos. We got, what the heck? Yeah, so we have Cristian Castro, or other words, Davanish, as some people put it, but Colombiano, used to play for Atlético Nacional, defender. He hasn't been doing that great this season because AVS Football has not been doing that great this season. And I'll show you what I mean. They only have 4 points in 15 matches. They haven't won a game yet. They're one of the teams this season that have not won a game in the league. They were almost doing it. Look at it. They were winning 2-0, and then Nacional came back. But the other player was Oscar Perea, the sub-20 player, good player, on Strasbourg actually. So that's his parent team on loan right now at AVS Football. But he's doing pretty well. His shooting seems to not. Again, I don't know why. Passing, 79% pass accuracy, nothing to write home about. But four out of 5 dribbles successful. That's very nice. And we saw that for the selección like sub-20. He's a good player, man. He's very good technically as well. Hopefully, he could bring that for Strasbourg next season, and more of this for AVS football. They need it, man. AVS football needs they need some sort of hope, man. But yeah, good result for AVS football to a certain degree. They got some points. They just needed a win. But yeah, that ends that one. Then we go to Bayern Munich, where we got Luis Diaz, who finally comes back after his suspension in the Bundesliga and being suspended in the Champions League. So he's missed. Last week he had no games at all. So he came back this game, back in the starting lineup, and happened to also make a goal. Scored a goal. It was decent. It was a nice goal. You'll see in a second. And the game overall, I think he played pretty decent. Like I don't think he played. Yeah, I think he played decent. Bayern Munich also just dominate every match, man. They kill it. Many shots. A lot of them are from outside the box. Three were blocked. In terms of passes, no key passes. 88% pass accuracy. Dribbles. 1 out of 3 dribbles successful. 3 unsuccessful touches, but 88 touches overall. That's wow. That's a lot of touches, especially as a winger. And I don't even feel like they utilize them that much. 1 out of 2 tackles. 4 out of 9 ground duels. 1 out of 2 aerial duels. I will say, if Luis Diaz didn't score the goal, it would have been like an okay performance. But he got the goal, which he deserved. It was a good performance. Like he played well. Also, Bayern played well, 4-0. Good for them, man. Like they continue to kill it. Untouchable in the league. 9 points ahead of Dortmund. 44 plus goal differential. That's crazy. But yeah, Luis Diaz continues to kill it for Bayern Munich. Bayern Munich continues to kill it. We'll take a look at the goal right now. Actually, yeah, we'll take a look at the goal. Crosses it in, and then Luis Diaz with a diving header. Nice goal. He was by himself too, so yeah. Hey, but Lucho, that's our hero. That's our hero, Lucho, right there, scoring another goal. His 8th goal of the Bundesliga season. I don't know. He has a lot of. He's doing well. Let's see, Luis Diaz. His 12th goal of the season. Nice. Look at that. Look at those numbers. Look at those numbers, man. Holy. Look at those numbers. But yeah, good for Luis Diaz. Good for Bayern Munich. They continue to kill it. Now they have a freaking huge break. They don't play until they have like 2 weeks off, 2.5 weeks off. We're not gonna see Lucho for a long time. So unfortunate. But luckily he did end up scoring this goal, and they're doing well. So we can't complain too much. But I'm gonna miss seeing him play. I'm gonna miss seeing Bayern play a little bit. But yeah, keep on going. Then we got Galatasaray. We got Davinson Sanchez, which he's he's been playing well. Galatasaray have also been playing extremely well this whole season. They have not conceded many goals at all. He's been very solid for the past few seasons. I would say he's been very, very solid. Very happy with Davinson Sanchez. Let's take a look at his performance. Passing was very good. Dribbling was good. Defending was good. Let's see his defensive. 6 defensive contributions. So not even too many defensive contributions. 3 out of 7 duels. Ground duels won. 2 out of 2 aerial duels. Dribble. 80 touches. 2 out of 3 successful dribbles. Wow, look at this guy. Look at this guy dribbling from the back. Oh, nice, man. 95% pass accuracy, 62% passes attempted. He had 2 shots, so I guess they were headers. But yeah, good, man. Dansa just continues to kill it, and I showed it earlier. Galatasaray remains in first, only by 3 points. Right behind. Fenerbahce is right behind. So it's a close league. It's a hard league too. It's a good league. But yeah, well, that one's that. And then we got Real Betis versus Getafe. This is the last game from Real Betis. Let's look at the lineups again, where we'll see that Cucho Hernandez and De Osa both played. De Osa having a incredible rating, and Cucho has got an assist and a goal in this week game. The assist was beautiful, by the way. I gotta show you that later, but he also has a nice goal. Yeah, the Colombian was clearly very important players for Real Betis. De Osa now is starting to get a lot of minutes and starting to become very important, especially with Isco out. He's a good player. And this game, he played what a Rolls Royce. We'll take a look at his stats 1 second. So we see his heat map. He was everywhere, literally everywhere. But yeah, let's take a look at his game. No shots, passes, 1 key pass, 82% pass accuracy, 39 passes attempted. He had 68 touches, 4 out of 4 dribbles successful. Nice. Possession, he lost possession 9 times, which, yeah, I don't know. 9 defensive contributions, only 1 out of 4 tackles successful, 11 out of 12 ground duels won. That's impressive. That's nice. 7 out of 10 aerial duels. Nice. Errors leading to a shot. Don't think that really matters. But either way, good for Deosa. He's getting a lot of minutes, getting a lot of consistency, getting a lot of confidence. This is important. This is very, very important. We like to see that. And then Cucho Hernandez shooting. He had an assist. I don't know why passing was low. His goal was very close. As you can see the shot over there. He had another shot from quite far out. I think it might have been blocked. No, it wasn't blocked. It was just went wide. Yeah, okay. Assist. He had 2 big chances created. Nice. 4 key passes. Like, why did they make it? Why was it low then? Makes no sense. Like, just Anyways, dribbling, 25 touches, not too many. Defensively, didn't contribute too much. 2 out of 6. But overall, really good from Cucho Hernandez. And we'll take a look at his goal right here. It's pretty hard to miss that. But, I mean, he still scored, so I gotta not too bad. Cucho's been having a good season. He's been having a great season. I don't know what goal that is for him. Let me see. I gotta see what goal that. 7 goals in La Liga, 3 assists. Yeah, so he has 8 goals and 3 assists this season. It seems like. So this is the 7th goal of La Liga, 8th goal of the season, and his 3rd assist of La Liga. So you can see, Cucho, first time pass, I go straight to Fornals, and I'll score it. Yeah, so I'll go back again to look at it. Right here. First touch right there. Again. So to get the emphasis. It's right there. You see him? Right there. Nice first time touch. And
free shot numbers. There's a chance here for Betis to make it 3. It's Fornals scores.
Yeah, overall, a very good game from Cucho. The both Colombianos from Real Betis showing how important they are and how much Real Betis needs them. Like, yeah, good for them. Good result as well. Again, helps them bring 6th place. A good spot. Good. More of this. Hopefully more of this from both Deosa and Cucho Hernandez. But yeah, and then let's go to the last game. The whole thing. This is the final of the Copa del Brazil, where we have Vasco da Gama and Corinthians. Vasco da Gama has Andres Gomez, which has an assist in this match. Did pretty well. He's been playing as of late very well. He's a good player. He's on Rennes from La Liga. He's on loan on Vasco da Gama right now, and he's been showing that he can play. So hopefully, when he goes back to Liga, he can show his skill, how much he developed, and can actually start playing, get more minutes for Rennes. Rennes also needs it. And the other player is Carlos Cuesta, which also is a defender, and he's been playing pretty well for Vasco da Gama, especially because once he left Galatasaray wasn't giving him any minutes, so he needed this move, and it's been pretty good for him. It's been pretty beneficial. Let's take a look at his performance first. Defensively, 3 defensive contributions, 2 out of 3 ground duels, 4 out of 4 aerial duels. Nothing too exciting there. 56 touches. I mean, it's not a bad defensive performance by any stretch of the imagination. They just lost 2-1 though. That's the unfortunate part. And then we go to Andres Gomez, where he had 2 shots. His passing was 5 key passes. Wow, look at that. 5 key passes. So, yeah, unlucky. He did get an assist, but unfortunately, those other 5 key passes didn't amount to any goals. He had 5 out of 8 successful dribbles. Wow, good game by Carlos Andres Gomez. Honestly, 60 touches, 7 out of 17 ground duels won, 1 out of 1 aerial duels won. Good game by him. Just unfortunate they couldn't win this match, but they did go to the finals, so that's always a benefit in itself. Both Colombian players are on loan for Vasco da Gama. We'll see if they stay there or if they'll go back to their respective teams, Galatasaray and Rennes. But either way, they both done well for this team, and I wouldn't mind seeing them come back to this team. So we'll see what time tells. But that ends the whole week. Actually, no, it doesn't. We have to talk about the 2 other games. So let's go first back to Tuesday. I think it was. Yeah, we'll go back to Tuesday. Yeah, back to Tuesday, and we'll talk about la final de the Colombian League. Clausura, I think it was. Yeah, Clausura. No, Apertura. Either one. The second Colombian League. Let's talk about it. Where Junior won on aggregate 4-0, and deservingly, we got Jose in love, Jose Enamorado, who had a fantastic final at least against Tolima, scored a banger in the first one, scored a literally truly a banger, and then again scored this goal. So scored 2 goals in the 4 that they scored against Tolima, and Junior being the eighth seed, they ended up winning. Also being in Medellin's group. Medellin is the team that I support in Colombia. They were in our group and ended up beating us. We beat them, which we needed to beat them in order to qualify for Libertadores. But either way, good for Junior, man. Junior deserve it. They have a good team. Yeah, they have a lot of good players. It's hard playing in Barranquilla, as you would imagine. But yeah, Jimmy Chara, Didier Moreno, Enamorado having a good season. So good for them. Unfortunately, it could be Colombia. I mean, sorry, it could be Medellin. Medellin, el eterno subcampeón. Unfortunately, but yeah, good for Junior. And then let's go to the other one, which is la final de la Copa, and this is the clásico, the Paisa clásico, yeah, so the clásico paisano. En ese partido, so the first game, let's talk about both legs. The first leg, I think Atlético Nacional was a way better team. They should have won that game, but we tied 0-0. Medellin doing a lot of antics, not really getting many chances. We really should have lost that match. That was 0-0, so it didn't end up happening. And in this match, not saying Medellin was like completely better, but they were the better team. They were had better possession. They didn't create many good chances. I think Nacional did have better chances, but Medellin didn't deserve to lose. And again, they lose another final, another final. I think that's 4 finals they lost in like 4 years. Oh, el eterno subcampeón. But the silver lining is that we made it to Libertadores and Nacional with this equipazo, because they have a equipazo. With their equipazo, they didn't make it to Libertadores. So that's pretty nice. It just sucks that Medellin lost another final. It's okay though. But yeah, we got Nacional winning the Copa Colombia, and then Junior winning the league. So yeah, that clues that. I think for the Copa Libertadores, the two teams that make it, so it would be Medellin goes the. I don't even know. I'm not gonna act like I know too much. That ends that, and then in terms of other games, okay, yeah. So in terms of what to look forward to for the week coming on, so we have tomorrow Bologna Napoli, the final of the Super Cup, the Italian Super Cup. That's gonna be a banger. That's gonna be a really good game. So hopefully, yeah, we'll see. Hopefully, Bologna wins for John Lucomi's sake. I really hope so. Benfica plays tomorrow against Famalicão. So Rios has been tearing it up. Benfica's been playing pretty well. Hopefully, Rios can show some more of that quality, scoring maybe another goal. Um, Crystal Palace, Arsenal, partidazo, but Munoz not playing, and Crystal Palace not doing very well in the last 2 matches. So I don't know. And then other games. In terms of other games, another good game is Crystal Palace Tottenham, but the same premise. Munoz is not playing, and Lerma is probably suplente. I don't know. It'll be hard. It'll be hard games. AVS versus Porto. We'll see if AVS can get a result against Porto. That'd be nice. That would well, not necessarily nice. I also do like Porto, but Eustáquio is not getting minutes. Um, Wolves versus Manu. Wolves are gonna get spanked again, as they've been getting spanked every single time. But Sporting Gil Vicente, Gil Vicente, um, Real Betis, Real Madrid. It's a good game. We'll see if Cucho and De Osa can prove their worth. That's a really good game. Looking forward to that one. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Like I said, it's gonna be slower now that a lot of the leagues are done and it's Christmas break. So yeah, it's gonna be a slower week, but okay, guys. So that concludes everything. Please keep a lookout for my player rankings for the Colombians. That'll be coming out on Monday. That'll either be on Instagram or my website. Take a look, keep a lookout for that. And then also look out for the goal of the week. So for the Colombians, that'll also be on Saturday. For the Canadians, that'll be sorry. For the Colombians, that'll be on Monday, and for the Canadians, that'll be on Tuesday. The goal of the week. Everyone can vote for the goal that they think was the nicest of the week. So we'll see. And then also a roundup is gonna get posted. So the Colombian will get posted on Monday, and then the Canadian will get posted on Tuesday. But yeah, without further ado, that's everything. Thank you for watching my content, and I'll see you guys in a further day. Well, for the time. Peace. Let's go.